morning. I'm Ms Fran, and we're getting ready to start story time here at Reed Memorial Library. So, do you like to read books? I sure do. Let's sing a song to start our story time about reading books. You watch and follow along. You'll be able to do the actions with me, okay? If you'd like to read a book, clap your hands. If you'd like to read a book, clap your hands. If you'd like to read a book, come on in and take a look. If you'd like to read a book, clap your hands. If you'd like to read a book, stomp your feet. If you'd like to read a book, stomp your feet. If you'd like to read a book, come on close and take a look. If you'd like to read a book, stomp your feet. If you'd like to read a book, say hooray, hooray! If you'd like to read a book, say hooray, hooray! If you'd like to read a book, come on close and take a look. If you'd like to read a book, say hooray, hooray! Hooray for reading! My story times this summer for the next 8 weeks are going to be based around folk tales. Folk tales are like fairy tales or fables. They're stories that we have told for years and years. In fact, if you ask your grandparents or your great-grandparents, I bet they've heard of these stories. Well, this morning, I chose a story that maybe you've already read before. It's a story called The Three Billy Goats Gruff. Can you see that? And The Three Billy Goats Gruff is a folk tale that's been around for a long time. This book is by Jerry Pinkney, and he is a very good author and he's a very good artist. And I'm going to open the book up so you can see that the whole book jacket is one big picture. Look, there's the three Billy Goats Gruff, the little Billy Goats, middle Billy Goat, big Billy Goat, and look over here. Who do you think that is? Well, let's see. Every page in this book is full of pictures. Here's the first page, and in this page, look, you can see, here's the Billy Goats over here where it's all rocky, and there's a bridge, and beautiful grassy hills over on the other side. Wonder what's going to happen. Here it says The Three Billy Goats Gruff by Jerry Pinkney. Look at this Billy Goat. He's standing in a bush. Billy Goats do silly things like that. And he has hard little hoofs. And you're going to hear them going across something in a while. Keep your ears open. A long time ago, on the rocky side of a river, there lived a family of 3 hungry Billy Goats Gruff. The wild grasses flourished on the other side of the river, where the sun always shone the brightest. And under the bridge passing over that water, there lived a troll with a heart of stone. He guarded the crossing day and night. The Billy Goats became so tempted by the tasty-looking grasses that they were determined to get to the other side of the river. But the water was deep, and it was full of fish. Some of those fish were bigger than the goats. So the little Billy Goat was the first to march forward to cross the bridge. And you see the little Billy Goat there, and he's standing in front of the gate that's in front of the bridge, and it says, "Beware." Trip, trap, trip, trap. You see the little Billy Goat coming through the gate? Bravely, that little Billy Goat Gruff trotted across the bridge. Look who's underneath the bridge. He has a green face and sharp teeth, and he looks kind of scary. Trip, trap, trip, trap. "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" roared the selfish troll. There he is. Look, he has a crow for a pet, and he has a fish skeleton in his hat for a feather. He looks kind of scary. "It is only I," the little Billy Goat squeaked. "I'm heading up the hillside to make myself fat." "I'm going to gobble you up," declared the troll. "Oh no, don't eat me," cried the littlest goat. "Wait until the next Billy Goat crosses. He's much bigger than me. Look, the troll has a tail. Well, go on then. You're nothing but skin and bones, and I want to fix a hearty stew. So the goat goes across. Look, there's the little billy goat. He's eating the grass on the other side, and he says, munch, munch, munch. Next, the second billy goat gruff stomped across the bridge. Trip, trap, trip, trap. Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge? Shouted the nasty troll. It is only I, said the second billy goat. I'm headed up the hillside to make myself fat. I'm going to gobble you up, the troll growled. Ooh, that's kind of scary. Oh no, don't eat me, begged the second goat. Big billy goat gruff will be coming soon. Then get out of the way, you scrawny creature. Big billy goat will make a much tastier meal. So there he goes across the bridge. He's going to join little billy goat. And there they are eating the grass. Munch, munch, munch. Before long, the biggest billy goat gruff stormed across the bridge. He comes to the gate and crash! He butts it with his head. Billy goats have very strong heads. And here, look, this is a really big picture. Crash! Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge? Howled the greedy troll. It is I, said the biggest billy goat. I'm heading up the hillside to make myself fat. I'm going to gobble you up, thundered the troll. Try if you dare, said the biggest billy goat. The troll scowled. The goat charged. Then, bam! Look what he did. He hit the troll with his head, and the troll flies up into the air. The billy goat is watching. What's going to happen to that troll? Splash! He falls into the river. And there's the biggest billy goat looking down there, watching him. The troll says, gulp. And then there's a big fish that shows up and says, who's that splish-splashing in my river? It's only I, the troll squeaked. Well, I'm going to gobble you up. Looks like the troll got some of his own medicine. The fish is treating him just like he was treating the billy goats. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. But the troll was probably a bit too sour and green to make a tasty meal. And there we see him. He's hanging on to what's left of the gate, and he's paddling his feet to get back to the shore where he'll be safe. If you look at the reflection in the water, you'll see there's a lot of billy goats on the bridge now. The troll watched in defeat as a whole herd of billy goats joined their friends on the other side of the hillside. And there's the three billy goats gruff, and they're welcoming them. And over where the sun shone brightest and the wild grasses flourished, the billy goats would fill their bellies. And here's a page that just shows the troll after he pulls himself out of the water. Here's the bridge down here, but the troll is up here. He's making himself a new house. It looks like he's making it out of stones. He's got his pot and his crow. Look at this page. Here he is. He's still making his house, but look who's helping him. The little billy goat has come and is helping him roll a stone up to make a new house. And one of the billy goats is on the bridge and is bringing him a whole cart full of, looks like green grass, maybe for his roof or something. So it looks like maybe the troll has decided to change his ways. Maybe the billy goats are trying to help him. Isn't that a good story about the three billy goats gruff? It's like the troll learned a lesson. I would have been kind of scared of that troll, but the billy goats didn't seem to be afraid at all. So I have I have a song to go with our billy goat story, and it goes like this. It has actions. So here's the actions. We're going to sing about the 3 billy goats, and the little billy goat, he goes trip, trap, when he crosses the bridge. The middle billy goat makes more sound. He goes trip, trap, like that. And the biggest billy goat, he really stomps across that bridge. He goes trip, trap with his feet. So let's start at the beginning, and you sing with me. The little goat on the bridge goes trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip. The little goat on the bridge goes trip, trap, trip, right above the troll. Grrr. Are you doing it with me? Good. Okay, here's the middle billy goat on the bridge goes trip, trap, trip, trap, trip. The middle billy goat on the bridge goes trip, trap, trip, right above the troll. Grrr. The biggest billy goat on the bridge, can you hear him coming? Goes trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip. The biggest billy goat on the bridge goes trip, trap, trip, right above the troll. Grrr. All the billy goats go munch, 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 munch. All the billy goats go munch, munch, munch. Goodbye, Mr. Troll. Good singing. I love to sing. All right, I have a couple of questions for you. Do you know what a billy goat is? Right, it's a goat. That's correct. But it's a boy goat. If you say billy goat, you're talking about a boy. Do you know what you call a girl goat? That's right, it's called a nanny goat. Isn't that funny? A billy goat and a nanny goat. And when a nanny goat has a little baby goat, do you know what they call that? They call it a kid. Has anyone ever called you a kid? Maybe they thought you were a little goat. So I have another book here. This one is called 700 Kids on Grandpa's Farm. Can you see the picture of the little goats on there? Do you think they're talking about 700 children? I think they're talking about 700 baby goats. Look at that bright yellow page. 700 Kids on Grandpa's Farm. This one's a little hard to turn. All right. Miles Kahn is a busy man. There he is. He and his wife Lillian own a dairy farm. There are 700 goats who live on their farm. They make goat cheese from the goat milk. Sometimes they make yogurt too. Their farm looks toward the rolling hills of the Hudson River Valley. And if you look closely, you can see Miles, his wife Lillian, and there they have their grandchildren, Annie and Jake and Liza. And they're having a little picnic. The children love to visit. They come to the farm frequently and they play with the goats. That sounds like fun. They get up early to watch the sunrise over the mountains too. There, look at Grandpa is holding his littlest granddaughter. Grandpa gives the goats a special treat. It's a mixture of corn, oats, barley, and soybeans. Now remember, that's what good goats are supposed to eat. Corn, oats, barley, and soybeans. And hay. Here you can see the children playing on the big rolls of hay out in the field. They feed that to the goats that produce the milk, and they make it into cheese on the farm. Goats need a lot of exercise. Grandpa's daughter, Susie, takes the goats for a run. Here the goats live in a barn where they can rest out of the sunlight. It's called a loafing barn because they just loaf around in it. And they stay in it all night too. The barn must be kept very clean so the goats stay healthy. You can see someone there with a broom is cleaning up the goat barn. Baby goats are called kids. Here's a new baby kid. When a new baby kid is born, they weigh them and then they give them a name. This little goat's name is Nibbles. Sometimes Grandpa and Susie have to feed the kids with a bottle. And here, Jake is learning how to do it. That would be fun to feed a little goat with a bottle, wouldn't it? And here Annie is making a friend of one of the little goats because she's feeding it with a bottle. While the children play with the frisky kids, the workers on the farm are busy. Taking care of goats is one part of the work, but making cheese is another. First of all, the older goats are milked twice a day. They stand on this carousel, and as the carousel turns, the milker attaches a pump to one goat after another. Then the milk goes from here right into the creamery, where it is put in a great big steel tub called a pasteurizer. This heats the milk up and kills any germs. Anyone who works in the creamery must wear a white coat, a white hat, a white apron, and white boots because they have to keep it spotlessly clean. When the milk is cool, they pour it into a big vat and add culture. By the next morning, the milk has changed. It's thick and it's more like cheese. The thick part is called the curds and the watery part is called the whey, just like little Miss Muffet who sat on her tuffet. Then they pour the cheese into little molds that have holes in them so the rest of the whey can seep out. And so the next day, when they take it out of the mold, look, it looks like cheese. This was shaped like little hearts. The cheeses are many different shapes. Sometimes they add herbs to them, so they have very special taste. They store the cheese for a while in a refrigerator. And then they wrap them, pack them in boxes, and they put them on the truck. They load the truck. Some of the cheese is delivered to the grocery store. You can buy goat cheese at the grocery store. And some of it is taken to a farmer's market to be sold there. Even on farmer's market day, Grandpa Miles stays behind. He answers the phone and does paperwork. But in the city, you can see it says Coach Farm. They're busy setting up the farm stand so they can sell their goat cheese. Here, Susie is cutting up little pieces of the cheese, and she's arranging them so they look really nice. And that way, customers can decide what they'd like. The goat cheese is delicious. The customers buy several different kinds. Susie is happy to be back at the farm. The people at Coach Farm think that the goats who provide the cheeses are wonderful, and they like working on Grandpa's farm. And I think the goats look pretty happy too. Can you see them in this picture? They're kind of looking right at you. I think it would be fun to have a goat and to touch it and feed it and give it a bottle. 700 kids on Grandpa's farm. Well, so we've learned a lot about goats so far this morning. Oops. So I'm going to pull over my flannel graph board so that you can see I have something on there. Oops, looks like it's down a little low. Can you tell what's on there? What is this big thing here? It's got polka dots on it. It's a sailboat. It's a boat, and it's gonna float. And look, what's this? That's right, it's a little goat. And here's I don't know, this is a person. Looks kind of green in the face. And he or she is pointing. What's she pointing at? Uh-oh. Look at this coat. The coat looks like it has some bites taken out of it. This goat is not eating oats and soybeans. What are you doing, goat? Why have you been eating the coat? Sometimes goats eat crazy things. Well, I have a little rhyme that goes with this flannel graph, but I'm going to need you to help me with it. It's going to have a rhythm to it. We got a beat going, okay? And when I do like this, you're going to go, oh no, okay? So let's try it a little bit. I'll do a little bit of it, and I'll be like the director. I'll say, oh no. Got to act like you really mean it, like you're really worried. Okay, the goat in the boat just ate my coat. Oh no! I hope it won't get stuck in his throat. Oh no! Are you doing it? You get how it goes? Okay, we're gonna start one more time right from the beginning. Okay, you ready? Here we go. The goat in the boat just ate my coat. Oh no! I hope it won't get stuck in his throat. Oh no! Now I'm cold as I sit and float, float, float in my polka-dotted sailboat, 'cause the goat in the boat just ate my coat. Oh no! Well, the goat with my coat said, write a note. Oh no! And as he talked, I wrote and wrote and wrote. You ready? Oh no! Still I'm cold as I float and write a note in this polka-dotted sailboat, 'cause the goat in the boat just ate my coat. Oh no, no. Good job. That was fun, wasn't it? Did you hear some rhyming words when we were saying that? Did you notice there's a goat in a boat who ate my coat? Goat, boat, coat. Those words sound a lot alike, but they're not the same thing. How about when I wrote and wrote my note in my boat with the goat who ate my coat? Did you know that goats are supposed to eat things like oats and soybeans and hay? But sometimes goats are a little bit crazy and they eat things that, well, they really don't do them any good. I thought I would show you about this with this book called The Greedy Goat. This is by Peter Horacek, and I've seen goats act like this. Kind of crazy. The Greedy Goat. If you look carefully, can you see what the goat is eating there? He's eating a flower and a shoe. One Saturday morning, Goat decided that she was tired of eating herbs and grass. She wanted to try something new. First, she tried the dog's food for breakfast. It was delicious. Good thing the dog is sleeping. Especially when she washed it down with the cat's milk. Oh, good thing she's sleeping too. Then Goat ate the pig's potato peelings for lunch. Followed by the farmer's wife's plant, topped off with the farmer's daughter's shoe. That evening, Goat thought the farmer's underpants looked like a tasty supper. Here they go. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Soon, Goat didn't feel well. She turned red. What color is this? Blue, yellow, and green. She went to lie down. Meanwhile, her greediness had been noticed. Where's my food? Bark, bark. Where's my milk? Meow. Where are my potato peelings? Oink, oink. Where's my plant? Said the farmer's wife. Where is my other shoe? Said the daughter. Where are my underpants? Everyone stopped. Where is Goat? Goat wasn't well at all. She was sick all day Sunday. Oh, her face is green. On Monday, her eyes stopped rolling. On Tuesday, her tummy stopped rumbling. On Wednesday, she stopped hiccuping. On Thursday, she let out a huge burp. Pardon me. On Friday, she looked almost white again, and by Saturday, Goat was pretty much herself. The dog got more food. The cat got fresh milk. Meow. The pig got more potato peelings. Oink, oink. And the farmer's wife planted a new plant. The farmer's daughter needed new shoes. And the farmer never found his underpants. But at least Goat was well again. Until she snacked on the farmer's boots. The end. How would you feel if you tried to snack on a boot? That sounds terrible. What? Hello, who are you? Are you one of the Billy Goat Scruff? Well, are you Goat? Have you been eating boots? All right, I have a question for you. Do you know how to speak people talk, or can you only speak Goat? I can talk a little bit of people talk. Well, why are you here today? Well, I heard you were talking about goats and I wanted to come hear about it. In fact, I was so hungry that when you read that book about the goat eating boots, I thought about it. Look how big my tongue is. I think I could eat underpants or something like that. Oh, please don't. You might get sick like Goat and turn green. And right now you're a pretty white goat. Oh, okay. I'll just try to eat something else. How about this piece of paper? Oh, yum. Well, you know, we were just coming to the end of our story time. Maybe you would like to tell the children something important. Do you have something that you'd like to say? Yes. You have the supplies to make a goat just like me in your kit. I hope that you'll make me a brother or a sister kid. Well, okay, how about if you help me, because now we're going to sing a goodbye song to the children. Do you know how to sing? That was my best try. Is that good enough? Sure, that's good enough. Why don't you sing with them? Let's tell them that we're glad that they came today, okay? Will you do that? Sure. Okay, here we go. I'm glad you came today. I'm glad you came today. I hope that you will come again. I'm glad you came today. Wow, what a singer. I didn't even know. I'm glad you came today too, and I hope you will come again. Did you know that tomorrow morning at 10:30, Miss Haley is going to have a story time about frogs? Don't forget. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.